All right, Epstein. Let's start with, it's going to be a long video, by the way, because I want to look at everybody. We'll start with Epstein and Trump connection. And what I'm going to do is with each person, if there's a connection, we'll break it off into a bigger reading. But we know there's a connection here, so we'll just start with the bigger reading. Trump and Epstein. What is that relationship? See if we can't get some info on that one. All right. Prince of Disc. We start with the Knight of Pentacle. Money. Surprise, surprise. The Hermit. Six of Pentacles. Sharing money. Four of Cups. So we start with the deliverance of money. There is a thing where you operate over here, I operate over there. Our paths don't cross, but we share the profit from the Hermit. Like, they know each other. They're on film together, mind you. But they try to operate in different spheres publicly as not to draw attention. But you still have the sharing of profit. And the unwanted advances. Four of Disc, resistant to change. Ace of Disc is the money offer. Three of Swords, backstab, and the Page of Cups. That's the young women. Right under the Four of Cups. Yeah, it's about money. Trump knows everything Epstein did, and Epstein knows everything Trump's involved in when it comes to this. Ace of Wands. Actions, the Tower. Bringing an end. Two of Wands, and then the Death card. Preparation and change. Temperance. Working together. Three of disc. Working together. Knight of Wands. Working. Nine of disc. Money. He's more intimately involved than this would let on. You may think, oh, they barely know each other. No. Trump has been in Epstein's pocket and vice versa. Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, Eight of Swords, and the Fool. Now, fortunes have changed. And the Emperor is bound. This is Epstein. And so is the Fool. Their relationship is not coming to an end, but karma is demanding payment for that relationship. Took you long enough. So nothing really new came out in that one. But that was just to warm things up here. Because we know they're connected. So now, William Barr, Epstein. Is there a connection? William Barr. Epstein. What's the connection? Wait. Nope. We'll see if there is a connection first. I won't assume. 5 cards. And if there is, we'll turn it into a bigger reading. King of Swords. And the Moon. Judgment. A Chariot. 5 of Cups. Their connection is right now through Donald Trump. Gemini man in the center. Scathing off judgment with the mystery and the campaign of misinformation and trying to conquer the disappointing news. So, let's pull some more. Barr, Epstein. Because William Barr, you are now aware. When you become aware, you become responsible. So, bring charges on the president, because you know what he did last summer. What he's done, excuse me. Two of Wands. Preparation for battle here. Knight of Wands. That's the name of this deck, by the way. Knight of Swords. Anxiety. The president needs protection. He needs you to shield him. Burden. So this has all become a burden for Bill Barr. Boo-hoo. You know how to alleviate the burden, just put the man in jail. Four of Pentacles. Clinging. The new relationship. The new relationship. Ace of Cups. The Emperor. There's your Epstein. I don't know if Bill Barr always known about Epstein, but he knows about him now. Defending. Under the burden. So, one thing to keep in mind about the Ten of Wands cards is it usually depicts a person carrying sticks, but incorrectly. So not only is it a burden, but it's a lack of efficiency. So you could probably pull this off, but you're going about it the wrong way. Knight of Pentacles. Money. Everything's about money with you people. The Hermit. That's a person. King of Pentacles. And the Empress. Like he really, I don't know if he's always known about Epstein, Bill Barr, but he knows about him now. Because he's searching for answers. He's like pacing the hall. Because he wants to know what in the world is going on. This is a new layer to their relationship, too. Six of Swords, painful transition. King of Cups, that's the support system. Death card, and Two of Swords. Something is going to hit the fan, where Bill Barr is going to have a decision to make. We know which way he's going to go in favor of Trump, but it's going to be obvious, and I think that thing may lead to people calling for his resignation. Because something in plain view, something in everyone's face, something no one could ignore unless you did it on purpose, is going to happen with that, with Trump and Epstein as far as Barr is concerned, and Barr is going to look the other way. So, Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, people often thought he may have had some hand in trafficking some of the children from the border. So let's see if he has an Epstein connection. Then we'll look at John Kelly and Betsy DeVos too. Stephen Miller. I won't bother with the little spread. We'll just go straight for this and see if there's anything in there. The Emperor, first card we get. There is Epstein. And 10 of Cups. All in the family. Unity. King of Wands. And 2 of Pentacles. I said Stephen Miller somehow or another was making money off of this border thing. And I couldn't put the connection together. I didn't know what he was doing or how he was doing it. But here, and it's a little money. It's not a lot. But there is some money. Somewhere, he's getting a kickback from something. There's him and Epstein in the same row. 3 of Pentacles. Dark money. As soon as we said it. 2 of Swords. There's a deadlock and a decision to be made under the Happy Family card here. And the 8 of Pentacles under the Stephen Miller. And, oh, Lord. Oh, that's even worse. I was thinking, there's a kid in the picture. And like someone sort of rummaging through the woods trying to get to somewhere else. And then it reminded me of that picture of that man and that baby wrapped in his shirt, face down in the puddle. He's got some money from this somehow. Stephen Miller. 8 of Swords. There's bound and trapped under his money. So this was an agreement. It was ironclad. I don't know if it's on paper somewhere, but it's an agreement. Because you started with that dark money card. So there's an agreement. Knight of Wands. The Traveler. Ace of Wands. Action. Justice. I think Epstein's arrest is shaking everyone to the core. It's like kind of like Michael Cohen. Like Michael Cohen is one of those people you do not need talking to anyone that is anything close to a police officer. Knight of Cups. A beautiful offer has been made to the travelers, so Epstein. If you keep your mouth closed, then we can make sure you only spend, 2 months in jail type of thing. One of those things. Not going to happen. Strength. Six of Cups. There's the kids. And the devil follows right behind it. And the Knight of Pentacles, delivering some money. Stephen Miller and Epstein have a connection. So, John Kelly. John Kelly, do you have a connection with Epstein? John Kelly, do you have a connection with Epstein? Ten of Pentacles. That's the structural money. Seven of Cups. Confusion. Knight of Coins. There's money coming. And Judgment. I don't think he did, but I think he saw, for however reason he's seen it, some money coming in to someone, probably a Stephen Miller, because there might have been some deliverance of payment. It has something to do with someone in the administration. He was confused about the deliverance of money. I don't know if he has a connection to Epstein, but I think he saw the deliverance of money. There's the Two of Pentacles, so the chaotic environment, and he's trying to juggle something. There's the Fool. Page of Wands, News. Seven of Swords, the sneakiness. So he saw the gross undertone. I don't know if he saw trafficking. Like he didn't piece it together. Because mind you, he's the head of whatever, staff or whatever it was. So he had enough to do. He had enough to think about, enough to worry about with Omarosa and what's that other boy, Scaramucci, and all them people. He had enough to do. So I don't think he knew about the Epstein thing, but he'd seen some money coming in and some things that were not quite right. 10 of Swords was a loss. Ace of Swords, some truth and clarity. The Devil. So yeah, he saw. He saw. And then the Nine of Wands, standing guard, persevering. He just fell right into line, though. There's the greed, the Nine of Cups, Six of Pentacles, sharing. One hand greases the other. There's the kids, Six of Cups, coming up for everybody naturally. And Six of Wands, the celebrated person. So by the time he left his post, he's seen it all. All in a row. All in a row here is the news. Deliverance of money. The evil deed. And kids. He saw it and said nothing. Almost makes you worse. So he doesn't have a connection to Epstein, but he has a connection to this administration, and he knew what happened. So no on Epstein for John Kelly. Epstein, do you have a Russia connection? And Trump has one. I'm pretty sure you have one too. Russia. Do you have a connection? And when I say Russia, of course, we mean Putin and Putinium. So, is there a connection? Is a connection to this? This is what John Kelly got to. 10 of Pentacles. There's a connection to the structure, to the Donald Trump dynasty. There's a connection there. So they know each other via somebody else. 10 of Cups. Harmony. 7 of Cups. Confusion. This is how John Kelly's thing started. Judgment. They got the same two cards there. Judgment in the same position. I think the only thing changed was the 10 of Cups. High Priestess. Secret. The Devil. Right behind the Secret. Six of Wands. Celebrated person. Right behind the Devil. The Empress. Brand new relationship. So they know each other through Trump. Or through that conglomerate of people. Or Trump may have met Epstein through them. Who knows? There's a connection, though. There's a trine. There's a triad. 2 of disc. 7 of disc. So there's an investment. There's a chore. Interesting, this person looks pregnant. Like there is a waiting on the harvest and waiting on the new life, waiting on the new relationship to take fruition, so Trump can take his place in the circle of life, as they say. So they're all connected. There's no direct link from Epstein to Putin, but it's connected. Sharing money and temperance, give and take. News about money, Chariot, Eight of Swords, so bound, and the World. So there's a world connection. So he doesn't have a direct link because I didn't get the kids over here. We didn't get the kids card for this connection. So there is no direct link between Epstein and Putin. There is no direct link between Epstein and John Kelly. There is a direct link from, and there is no direct link from Barr and Epstein. But there is one for Stephen Miller, and there is one for Donald Trump. So, Mitch McConnell. McConnell, is there a link between you and Epstein? They've all profited, except Barr. And Kelly. Well, Kelly got money in the end. But, no, he just knew. But they've all profited except Kelly and Barr. They just know and are complacent. McConnell, Six of Rods, celebrated person. So you have a connection as well, but through somebody else. The Hierophant, government.